So I just thought it was fit to kind of end the semester with a video about my reflection throughout the whole semester, because I just thought it was best to put it in my own personal words versus having to type it up and be grammatically correct. So starting off the semester, actually before going into this class, I had a lot of reservations about whether I was fit to be an entrepreneur. Like, I didn't think that I had the kind of basic skills and kind of features that you would see in somebody that's going to be an amazing entrepreneur. But obviously throughout this whole semester, I've definitely learned that I am in fact fit to be an entrepreneur. So I'm really grateful for this experience, and I am really thankful to kind of share my major takeaways from the whole semester. So the first thing is building to think. I think that kind of umbrella of topics is just so amazing because it's like out of this world. Normally you wouldn't think that you should build first and then think. Normally the process is thinking first about it, kind of figuring out how to work it out, and then building. But I'm seeing that it's really necessary, especially as I am going into my next semester, where I'm actually taking 3 chemical engineering classes that are they're mainly application-based classes. So I'm hoping that I can kind of apply the ability to think mindset in the way that I study for these classes and in the ways that I learn for these classes as well. Because I definitely think that would make me kind of more efficient. If I go through things a lot more quickly and I prototype kind of ways to solve problems, I feel like I'll be able to kind of grasp the knowledge a lot better and learn the best ways to kind of tackle during different situations throughout my chemical engineering kind of career here at UMBC. Also, I hope to carry that with me kind of beyond my degree here at UMBC and as an entrepreneur in the future, because I definitely think it is a more efficient way to get things done. Like, we've heard about prototyping over and over again and how like it helps you kind of find the best product for your business. So I'm hoping that I can actually figure out how to apply that by testing it out next semester and then actually applying that on a grander scale in the future. Another major thing that has kind of stuck with me is it's kind of like a 2-part thing. It's taking risks and kind of going outside of the box. So my group did a Prezi for our last presentation, and this is because I was wondering why we had stuck to PowerPoint the whole semester instead of doing something different. And I like change, I like a mixture of kind of presentations and the way that a person does things. So I suggested that we do Prezi. And of course, as in many cases, there was somebody in our group who really had no experience with Prezi at all. They were really confused about how to use it. So we were really taking a risk and kind of like using that, considering that there were time constraints for us to be able to kind of put together our presentation, practice our presentation, and then present it to the class. But fortunately, it worked out really well. I think it really conveyed the message that we were trying to share with the class, with the kind of journey that you could see as you were going through the roadmap. So my hope is that I can apply that to my job. I'm also a resident assistant in one of our residence halls on campus. So my hope is that I can apply it to my job, to my workplace, and even to my academics, like really just taking risks in the way that I approach chemical engineering problems or in the way that I approach my other entrepreneurship classes, and just like moving forward with that and seeing where it leads me, because I think that we were pretty successful in doing what we did. Another takeaway that I think is awesome and is the best thing I've heard is the importance of utilizing R-directed thinking in the workplace and R-directed kind of setups. So I came into UMBC planning on majoring in theater and chemical engineering. Now obviously I didn't do that, but that just goes to show that I love performing arts so much. So I love art-directed things. I do my notes, I take my notes in kind of like color. I use shapes and figures to help me remember things. And just going through and hearing about how like the workplaces are changing to kind of enforce more of play and to allow for more creativity to kind of blossom, it just really just makes me so happy, because I definitely can see the efficiency that can come about from that. So my hope is that I can even utilize that on my floor here with my residents, because many of them are STEM majors, so many of them are considered L-directed thinkers, and I can understand how like sometimes they can have hiccups, they can become stressed. So my hope is that maybe throughout the winter I can think about ways to kind of make this space that we live in an art-directed kind of learning space, and kind of like a creative space where they can creatively approach the different problems in the different classes that they have, like chemistry, which is super hard, but they can approach it from a creative stance so that it can stick with them a lot better. And of course, my hope is to use this for my future business. I actually, as we were talking in class today, I already knew that in my mind I wanted to have part of my budget kind of set for that kind of field down the line as like the company kind of expands. But on a smaller scale, I'm hoping that we're already utilizing our directed kind of learning spaces and creativity spaces. The final thing that's always going to stick with me and that really just resonates with me is the kind of idea of working with a team of people that are kind of heading in the right direction, that are strong-willed, that have the same vision, and they understand the goal that's trying to be achieved. So this semester I've had a couple of different teams in a couple of different classes, and I've studied with a couple of different teams, and I've seen the good and the bad. Mostly good, I might say, and we've been really efficient on all my good teams. Like, we all know exactly what we want. We all have the same mindset to go above and beyond and to be the best that we can be. And because of that, we've done really well, and we've done things that many other teams haven't done, and I'm really pleased with all of our products. But on the other hand, with teams that I've had to study with, there have been cases where people didn't come into like the studying with the right mindset. Their goal wasn't really to get the work done, just to get it done as efficiently as possible. And because of that, I have personally been held back, and they've been held back, and it just hasn't been the right mixture. So definitely in the future, there's not much I can do about it here in college because we're kind of assigned teams. But when I'm choosing my business partners, that's definitely a big component that I'm going to look into. Making sure we have the same vision, making sure we have the needed skills available for everyone, and then just making sure that people are strong-willed. They're able to get things done. They are truly entrepreneurs who want to affect change. So these are the takeaways that I've had for this whole semester. I'm really grateful for the things that I've learned along the way, and I look forward to applying some of them next semester and kind of testing them out, and then hopefully moving it to a grander scale from there. Thank you.